He shamed my bikini pic, so I hung his old work above our bed. It started with a bikini photo, not even a revealing one. I was on vacation with my friends, and the photo clearly showed me wearing a wedding ring as I was standing at the edge of a pool with a towel wrapped around my waist. I posted it to my private Instagram story. 16 viewers total. That was it. When I got home, my husband was cold to me. He didn't say anything that night, just went to bed early. The next morning, he said, "I saw your picture." I was confused. Which one? He just raised his eyebrows. "You think that was appropriate? As a wife?" I laughed at first. I thought he was joking. I'd worn less at actual pools with him. I reminded him of that, but he didn't budge. "It's not about the bikini," he said. "It's the message it sends. It's about respect for me as your husband." I stood there stunned. He went on for 5 full minutes about presentation, intent, and how men think differently, how some wives understand their role. I asked him if he thought I looked bad. He said, "It makes me look bad." And just like that, I went from confident to ashamed. I deleted the photo, but it sat in my head all day. Not the photo, the way he said it, like I was property, like I was a reflection, like I embarrassed him by being visible. Later that night, I sat alone on the couch, spiraling. I hated how easy it was for him to make me feel like I'd done something wrong. It felt like emotional whiplash. One minute I was laughing in the sun, and the next I was asking myself if I'd humiliated my husband by existing in a swimsuit. That's when I remembered the shoebox. He used to be into photography in college, had an old DSLR camera he'd brag about. It hadn't been used in years, but I remembered that he'd kept the SD cards in a shoebox labeled gear. I got curious. I wasn't expecting to find anything. I just needed a reminder that he wasn't always like this, that maybe he once saw women as more than a reflection of his pride. What I found was half our campus, not even exaggerating. Girl after girl. Some posed, some clearly didn't know they were being photographed. Crop tops, low-rise jeans, bikini shots at frat pools, girls in dorm beds, parties, bathtubs, and every single one was saved, cataloged, named by folder. Spring formal, Ashley plus roommates, Misk, unfiltered. Some were clearly intimate. A few looked like they were taken while the girls were asleep. My skin crawled, and he'd kept them all, untouched, stored like trophies. My hands were shaking, and just like that, shame turned into rage. I scrolled through photo after photo, until one hit me. A girl in a red bikini, arms above her head, neck arched, a soft smile like she didn't know she was being watched. The date stamp said 2012. I copied it to a USB. The next day, I walked through our house like a ghost, barely said anything. He didn't notice. He was busy working on his laptop, probably sending emails about respect. I went to Target and bought a large, dramatic black frame, matte finish, museum style. I printed the photo, hung it above our bed, and said nothing. When he got home, he walked into the bedroom and just froze. He stared for a long time. Finally, he asked, "What's this?" I said, "Article. Don't you recognize your work?" Then I walked out. He didn't bring it up again. That was 3 days ago. The photo's still up. He's been weirdly polite, opening doors, offering coffee, trying to test my temperature. But I haven't thawed. Because the truth is, this wasn't about a bikini photo. It was about control. About him deciding when I was too much. About him getting to be shameless and messy and wild in his youth, but punishing me for enjoying the sun in adulthood. When I went to check on the USB, I found it missing. Little did he know, I made a copy. I eventually found photos of me in the files. Photos that were taken months before I even met him. Private photos. I'm furious and heartbroken, and I haven't even scratched the surface of how I plan to make him pay. The rest of my revenge, my full story, is in the link below.